hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough to be doing it to. I'm Bushka on Blitz. Welcome back to the channel. If you are enjoying tanks, if you like live streams, if you're just a general fan of very, very poor dad humour, I could be just what you've been looking for, humans. Today I'm going to show you 3 games. I had a run recently in the FE422 and the 62A, and it was a tremendous run. I did some big damage numbers and had some massive wins and really enjoyed myself. And I want to show you 3 games. 2 of them are from that run, and they're both mastery games, and the final one is a 62A game from a couple of days prior to that. Now, this is the first game, and I want to talk not so much just about big numbers and all that kind of thing. I want to talk about medium tactics, and you can see this is a supremacy game. I've looked at the map, and I've seen that they've got 2 mediums and 1 light tank. Now, I'm feeling pretty damn confident because I've got some big boppers coming out behind me. So I've pushed into the A cap, and then I want to squeeze on down here. Now, something I really enjoy doing with mediums is what you'd like to call controlled aggression. Like if you were playing rugby or football or any sport like that, you know all about controlled aggression. It's where you put a very, very aggressive tilt to your game, but at the same time you stay within the bounds of reasonable behavior and don't actually lose yourself. And that's what I'm doing here. I've put that 183 in a horrible position. I'm moving backwards and forwards using a very, very good gun, very good aim time, very good accuracy, and not letting him overlook that object 140. By overlook, that's a common term that you use. If you've listened to anyone who plays tournaments before, you'd know that by overlook they mean someone is in a heavy or a medium, they're in a particularly tough position, but they've got another tank overlooking them, so if anyone pushes up on them, they have fire support, and indeed they can probably clear that vehicle that pushes if they're alone. So I've got stuck into the 183, and now I want to clear this 140. Now, one of the keys to good medium play is map awareness. I know that there are 3 tanks visible there. We're missing a 183. Oh, are we indeed? And we are trying to move around here, so being very, very careful. I want to go low so I can only show my bouncy turret. I'm looking for back shots into these tanks. Still searching, still searching, still searching. No such luck. The grill's over there. The mouse is unspotted. And this is where controlled aggression is really on show. There he is. I didn't want to go blindly up into there. I want to try and drag this mouse out here. And what I do right here with the mouse is something that you can do with a tank like the 62A because you have insane rate of fire, and I actually do it a fair bit. And that is to permatrack them. Now, the mouse blows a kit there, but he makes the mistake of not pulling back. He blows another kit and then gets done again by my teammate on the right. I think he's an IS-8. He's now screwed. This mouse is screwed. We're going to permatrack him. We're going to keep him here and be absolutely safe as houses and clear the biggest hit point tank on the field. There we go. It was an IS-7. I digress. That ST1 is now target number 2, 4 on 5, but you get a sense of these things when it's time to push and burn a few hit points, or at least take a few risks, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. We are now in a little bit of strife because we've lost track of the grill. He's popped behind us, but that's all well and good. We are an average roll for him. If we can just jilt and jink, we get a low roll for him, which is a bit unfortunate, and then we clear the grill using HE and come back. And the only one left is the ST1. So that was a pretty aggressive game again, but not foolishly so. We were aware at all times of where the rest of the team was. We missed that grill at the end. He got around on our flank and put a good shot into us. In fact, he got 2 into us, and probably a little bit unlucky not to get the kill, but we got the master anyway. 1492 XP. All done from the front pretty much. So when you're doing your own damage, you're going to get good numbers. Now, we're going to have a look at an FE4202 game on mines. Now, one of the things that the 4202 does very, very well is both gun depression and have a Hesh round. So you're looking for opportunities, and it's going to be interesting to see how this tank goes with the upcoming change in 4.7 to your gun options, where you can then run a gun if you want that doesn't have a heat round, which it has at the present, but it has a 210mm HESH round as opposed to the 170 that it's currently rocking out. And that'll give you access to a HESH round that's 232mm of pen, which is a lot of pen, hey, for a round that does 440 average alpha. We're on mines. They have no mediums. Happy days. I will contest the hill, being the only medium, and I will in fact take the hill uncontested. That's one of the good things about reading the team list at the start. You get to make informed decisions like that, where you're like, yeah, Ripper, we are going to get the hill. Now, a lot of people make the mistake on mines of trying to control the map from the goal mouth. By the goal mouth, I mean the area immediately on either flank at the entrance. So there's two reasons you don't want to do that. One of them is it gives other tanks access to your tank if they want to just push around and put a shot into you and they're willing to take the hit. The further back you are, the further they have to come to put damage in, and you can trade damage for distance. But more importantly, if you are sitting within close proximity to a red tank, you're perma-spotted because of the proximity factor. So if they are close to you, they're spotting you, which isn't good for anyone. You've also got to be a little bit patient, because you'll find that you will in fact get shots if you wait people out and go unspotted. Now, we're one tank down because that E75 just went hog wild. The E100 wants to push up, but he's in a tough spot. He would love to push up, but unfortunately for him, to cross over there is going to cost him hit points. Now, we only get the view. We knock out his goggles, like, good stuff, whatever. Then we get the 57 heavy again in the turret, and we're just being very, very, very patient. There are some big dogs at the back there, and we don't want to give them too much in terms of opportunity. The E100 wants to shoot over here. He wants to get shots down there. We just back off. We do not give him any free shots. He's fired, gives us a crack at the Yag, get a nice roll, nearly 400, and we're back and forward here. And one of the things that I'm doing is just being a pest of a medium tank. And I'm playing this tank quite aggressively. I'm alone up here. I'm the only bloke putting damage in. And that's the 4202. Lots of people don't like this tank. I find it to be probably my highest variance medium. Look how long this E100 tunnels over here trying to get a shot off on me. And because I'm not close enough for him to proximity spot me, then he has to eventually either give up and look away, in which case I can go out there and smack him, or he has to back off. Either one of those is good for me, because it gives me the opportunity to push up and put shots in other people. You can hear Manu downstairs. He's very excited about the whole thing. Heat's a good thing for big armor profile tanks, and I run calibrated shells, which means I'm far more likely to be able to pen a heavy frontally than most medium tanks at this tier. The ST1, Jill from Skucks, he's a good player. I don't know whether he knew that was me or not, but there you go. One of the key things to note too is I'm above those guys. Now, even with a weakly armored turret, it means my armor profile is raised in its effectiveness, because if you're shooting from above tanks, you're doing good things, humans, and you're doing it right. We're still just grinding around here, looking for opportunities, going to heat when we have to. If you have a problem with heat rounds or premium ammunition being fired, I like it when you're on the red team, because not many people will turn sideways for you if you can't pen them, and that means that you get to really do good stuff. So we drag a shell out of Jilp, and then we get a nice shot at his lower glacis. We're thinking about HESH. Can we get a HESH round in there? Is it worth the trouble? We back off, come back forward, just trying, but he will not give it up, the grub. He won't give up that last shot. Anyway, we take it. We'll just go with the good old APCR straight through the bundle, and he's in a tough spot because we can win this hit point trade, and we can win it pretty handily. And it's important for us that we do clear the ST1, because if we don't clear him, not only is he a good player, but he's controlling the goalmouth here. He's stopping me from having my way with all the tanks that are running around up top here. And we force him off, which is all well and good. Put one more into him at the end, but it wasn't enough to do the business. And we back off and wait for our camo to reset. And I start driving now. So 1 minute 53 to left to go, and we've got to get through 5 tanks. And it's just been overall a very, very comfortable drive so far. We're not putting ourselves in horrible situations. We're using the ground to our best advantage. That Jaegeru's pushed out. We know there's no one there on our left now. They've abandoned hope of pushing up here and actually penetrating me over the top of the hill. The poor old E100 spent a long time trying to get it done. And couldn't do it. We're waiting for camo to clear. That Jaegeru's not coming out. There he is. There's our 57 heavy. We'd like to clear him very much, but we're spotted, so we're just going to wait a little bit again. And then we're going to go down there and we're going to try and thump the Jaegeru. Clear the ST1, which we know is nearly gone. Jill from Scucks. Get rid of the 57 heavy, and then it is just hopeful that someone can clear that grill, and we will be winner, winner, chicken dinner. So there goes the grill. All we've got to do is clear 3 tanks. And they are all in strife. They are all low hit point tanks, and they are all on the table for us right now. Surprisingly, we have not gotten a kill. And we don't actually get a lot of spotting damage from this, which is a bit odd. Still in all, pushing through. Just a 57 heavy in the ST1 to clear. So there's 1 shot. There's 2 shots. And I was actually on the heat for the ST1, but don't need it in the end anyway. And I say, good game, amigo, because I've played against them with Jilpar quite a few times. Good bloke. 4,900 damage, minus 8,200 credits. That's what you get for running this big boy and loving the Hess shells. 1,469 base XP, which is actually pretty freaking good. We only got 2 kills there. Would have been a bit better if we had got 2 kills. But surprisingly, not a lot of spotting damage, considering how much time we spent up on top of that hill and scoping out that E100 and co. I was a little bit surprised to see that that was such a low-end thing. I thought we would have got some spotting damage for sure, but not to be bothered, we still got the mastery. Now I'm going to show you one more game in the 62A, and it is a cracking testament to just how nasty that vehicle can be. It's got a whole lot of stuff going on for it. We had a good run in the 62A and the 4202. You can see there, a lot of wins, a lot of fun, all good. Now the 62A is a tank I've got a tremendous amount of love and respect for. I have a great time driving this tank. One of the things I like the most about it is its just raw damage output when you get it in the right situation. There are a lot of medium tanks out there that can do different things. Brawl well, like the 62 is an outstanding brawler. The Object 140 is pretty good at brawling too. Go fast, be accurate, have gun depression. And you saw in that 4202 video, I was able to use gun depression on all those shots that were going on at the top of the mines hill, because it's very hard to get those kind of shots in a Russian medium unless they're actually pushing into you. And here, I'm kind of negating the lack of gun depression by playing underneath the enemy. One of the things you can do if you don't have gun depression is rely on your gun elevation and just be a sneaky grub that constantly flanks and resets camo. And that can do a whole lot of stuff. It's one of the things I think that if I was of a mind to actually really put in the hard yards and play the new 121, the Chinese medium, I'd probably spend a lot of time doing. But as it is, I'm just not a big fan of that tank. The 62A's gun is just lethal. It's probably the best gun in the game at the moment. And it's only going to get better. I'm going to push around here into the right-hand side of the map, into the eastern flank, and look for more shots into the sides and rear of the camping Reds. They're right up the back. Now that 140 is moseying about town, just doing his level best to spoil things for everyone. I want to clear this STB or the ST1. Either one I'm not fussed with. I'll take whatever shot is on the board. And I've put myself in a really good position to get shots into them. There we go. There's the ST1. Looks like he's going to be the lucky winner today. There's the STB1 though, and when he moves down, I think we can hit him, clear him because there's a PTA there, and then we'll get back. And in fact, we managed to clear both the STB1 and the ST1. So things are coming up millhouse for me as far as I'm concerned. On the right-hand side of the map is the Conqueror. The Conqueror is from a clan called JPEX. Now, I know they're a good clan, and what I do here is not abnormal to what happens to me every day of the week when I am recognised in game. And that's less and less now because of the fact that I don't run a Grump clan tag anymore. I basically get tunneled like an absolute monster. Now there's 3 tanks here. I've got a choice. I have to clear this Conqueror. What I'm going to do is kind of ignore the Conqueror and just try and outplay the Grill and make him stop getting shots. Get this Conqueror ground down and then worry about the Grill and the Object 140 who are behind me. Now, I've managed to go underneath the gun here, so all he can really see of me is the top of my gun, switching to HE, and going to pump this Grill chock full of love, get behind the rock so the Object 140 can't put any more shots into me, or at least he can't put any more shots into the weaker parts of my tank, and then just show him he says I'm handsome again, God bless you, Salenzo. Then just get some shots into this Object 140. Now, he knows he's screwed here. He'd have to attack me as I'm hull down. And look at the gun on this thing go. It's just like a Viper, isn't it? We've got a Jaegeroo, we've got a Mouse, a Jaegeroo, an E100, and an Object 140 left to clear. And the 140 is somewhere around here. He's going to go off the map in a second. 62. The E5 is going to give me some wonderful advice here. No joke. I'd really like to kill him, mate. I'm just letting camo reset. And then I'm going to pop on down here. There he goes. We make it a very simple equation. As long as we don't miss this shot, we kill him. We do. There's 3 kills to the good. A Jaegeroo is still left to go. And I'm on 215 hit points. Now, a lesser man would probably be very keen to go forward. I'm not giving this guy anything. And I'm going to play very, very touchy-feely with the mouse here, making life difficult for the egg and very, very comfortable for me and the mouse. And to do that, I'm basically going to use all the time we've got left on the clock. Maybe peek, maybe poke, but there's really no need for it. That Jaegeroo is going to have to come out and put shots into the mouse if he wants to reset the cap. It's 2 minutes 30 to go. Up I come. Now, the mouse is asking for help. I'm okay. I'm going to help you, mate. There's no stress with that, but you are going to have to use some of those 2,500 hit points to spot the enemy before I come out from my hidey hole. Because I've exchanged my hit points to cleanse this flank. That's basically how it went. I busted ass on this flank, and I did it by using my hit points, and then I'm just going to use the hit point pool of this mouse to actually get shots in. Now, I can see that there is an opportunity here to get around the back of this Jaegeroo. The Jaegeroo is not giving away anything at all. He is absolutely not going to give me shots, and that's fair enough. He's got 2 choices. He can get killed by me, or he can get killed by the mouse, and he's decided that he's actually going to get killed by the mouse. So, well and good. And I'm going to play the spoilers role here. I've been able to show damage. I've been able to put a very, very nice amount in on that far flank, and now I'm just going to let the Jaegeroo come around the corner and basically give the mouse butt shots on the Jag, and then go straight down here. Now, by pushing in hard underneath, I actually keep that Jag spotted the whole way, and then I'm going to go behind the wall nice and low and just put a nice easy shot in the side of him. Go to heat, bounce it, let the mouse wreck him. All well and good. I don't care as long as we get the win. And there we go, 4th kill. Lots of good medium chunks there. Lots of really thoughtful play at times. Patience in evidence throughout. 6,382. We got a steel wall, high caliber top gun, and the mastery. 1,693 base XP. 1,700 base XP. That's an old school 62A mastery. It used to be 1,700 minimum for a 140 and a 62A. So it's nice to get an old school level 62A mastery and a whole lot of effective players as noted. So good on you, humans. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Just a little bit of a departure from the norm. Not a review, nothing like that. Just a touch up on the medium class and some of the thoughts and the tactics that go into the way I play the game and the way I build a score. Look after yourselves, guys, and stay safe on the battlefield.